Hello and welcome to Talking Baseball. What a weekend it was. We had a no-hitter. We almost had a perfect game. 3,000 strikeouts. Yankees out of the playoffs. Mets talking crap. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to Talking Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. Thank you very much for joining us on this Monday morning or afternoon to discuss what happened in the weekend of baseball. My name's Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. We got Trev coming to us from California and BBD producing away in the corner. This episode of Talking Baseball is also brought to you by, and let me check. Wow, Chris Duffy. No, I already did all those. Already did them. Done.
Duffy.
Jake, how are you doing?
James, Trevor, BBD, everyone live in the chat. What's going on? Baseball, just caliente in los calles. Like you said, I mean, Scher's daddy dropping it. My guy Corbin Burns, Papi Gordo, getting the social media clips ready for that. And dude, I had a wild night last night. I went to the Rams game. Was sitting in the suite. Me and my guy Matthew Stafford. He doesn't like to be called Matt. And we got kind of lit. Me and Nameless Jeff. You, me, Jimmy, BBD. We went to the Mets Yankees game. Just watched the Yankees get their hearts stomped on again.
Ouch.
Trev, I was doing a joke about something you did.
Yeah, I was the one at the Rams
Oh, the plot twist.
It was you.
game. You guys would know that because I was FaceTiming you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some screenshots.
I was trying to connect.
You were lit.
I told you, I said, don't take screenshots. I don't like that. I was trying to connect my two worlds via FaceTime. And you guys were, humoring me a little bit.
Tough angle.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's a happy Trev right there. I was happy last night.
Like we started doing silly, there's a middle finger or two might have came out.
Am I allowed to show Nameless? Or should
Sure.
it be? There he is.
Hot. Nameless Jeff reveal.
Heffy, baby. That's my guy.
What about the two couples and your Egyptian goddess?
Like I was getting ready to give you the middle finger or so show some butt, and then you showed your beautiful wife, and I was like, well, I can't do that anymore.
Hot. Delete that right now.
Delete that right now.
Who's this guy?
Did you have fun, Trev?
Stafford's dad?
I don't know who that guy was.
Okay. Didn't make
that might have been a different suite.
I'm saying that's
no, I had a good time.
Probably Stafford's dad.
SoFi Stadium's crazy. It's nice. It's beautiful.
What's it called?
The game was great.
SoFi.
What's that short for?
I think that's a company, Jim.
It's not like a
The company might be short for something.
social fidelity.
Yeah.
Social fidelity.
Dude, this is a baseball pod.
It's a baseball pod.
Social finance.
Social finance.
Yeah. Baseball was hot in the streets. I can't wait to hear you guys talk about some of the stuff that went on. I have been digging deep in the film from Saturday's game.
Yes.
Trying to figure out if you guys had a tell on Walker. I couldn't find anything, but it sure seemed like they did.
I was up till I slept at the office last night, showered here, wearing clothes that were just on the giveaway rack. And I was up. I have all the pitches from the second inning. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, Mets said the Yankees were tipping pitches. I have all the pitches from the second inning labeled fastball off speed, and then I was putting them side by side. There's whistles on off-speed pitches and there's whistles on fastballs, and it stops when Wandy Peralta goes to the bullpen, and then when he pitches and comes back, it's there again. They said Wandy just whistles all game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was lining them up. I had the pitcher, I had Walker overlaid, and I was gonna send it. I couldn't tell a damn thing.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it wasn't just out of the stretch. Like, it was out of the stretch. He was in the windup. So it led me to believe that maybe McCann was doing something, because they were like Higashioka's homer, that pitch at his neck.
Yeah.
Like, he was ready for a heater right there. and it seemed like DJ was ready for that slider 3-2. Like,
but
Dave
they
McCann
also
was really
they swung and missed at some in that inning as well.
Yeah, but it just seemed like they were. Sometimes you just get that feeling. You could tell by like their demeanor at the plate. But
I mean, it makes sense. After the mound visit with Villar, he gave one more home run. Then he was good. So it all adds up. But I'm trying to make the breakdowns. It's gonna take forever. Yeah. But I was also deep in it trying to figure it out. I could not.
That's what we do here. James, how was your baby shower?
It was good.
What's that mean?
Shower.
It was showering. I mean, it was nice. It was a nice little backyard party. My sister and her husband did a really good job setting up the backyard. We didn't do any baby shower stuff. Oh, I beat her in the diaper changing race. Blindfold diaper.
And boy, was I being difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. Some said I would have killed the baby if it was a real baby.
There were some moves. There were some alternate moves with the baby. You don't know.
But I changed the diaper quicker than her, so.
Bang.
Other than that, it was good.
Guess you'll
on the scoreboard, hot dog won.
Yeah, on the scoreboard, hot dog won.
Oh gosh.
People forget.
That's real. On the scoreboard, hot dog won.
Yeah.
JP Crawford.
We're JP Crawford pod.
Let's get into
Should
it.
we just talk about some of these baseball games and their importance and what it means? And
Which
then
one
we'll
of you-
talk about individual players a little later on.
Which
in
one
the
of you
episode.
bozos has the NL?
Come on.
Is Zaddy leading off? You got it, big guy?
Nerves as shit.
You have the NL?
Yeah.
All right, well, the NL is brought to you by Topps.
Tops.
Trev, you like cards, right?
Yeah.
You like Topps?
Yep.
You big into NFTs
Do you
yet?
have any NFTs, Trev?
I don't. But I'm going to.
Yeah. We're getting you some.
Yeah.
Tonight.
For the
I'd
audio.
like to make my own NFT.
For the audio-only people, the logo came right on Trevor's face as he was talking. Topps has released a highly anticipated 2021 Topps MLB Inception NFT collection inspired by the popular Topps Inception baseball physical product. These striking, officially licensed Topps MLB NFTs are available now exclusively on ToppsNFTs.com. The collection celebrates baseball's promising young stars from breakout rookies to veteran mainstays and also introduces New Beginnings, which is a set that celebrates both new and familiar faces in new places. Collectors can purchase 5-card standard packs and 25-card premium packs via credit card with NFT card rarities ranging from common to legendary. Get yours now as packs are going to fly. So go to www.toppsnfts.com. Get in on the Topps MLB Inception NFT collection. I believe today's the last day. I made an NFT, Trev. You said you want to make an NFT. I have actually a Joms, and no one wants it yet besides a couple people in the chat from Talking Yanks, but BBD and Jake both said no. Are you interested?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is my NFT. It's a Joms.
Oh, there it is.
Shout out
Trevor,
to
you're going to want
Topps.
to stay away from this.
I think
you get a picture of me holding it as well as it.
I think a phrase I want to start saying is that's the Topps.
You don't want this, Trev?
Is that on the blockchain?
No, not yet.
How would you send that to Trev?
I just told him I'd send him the physical thing and a picture of me holding it,
Okay.
signed.
Okay.
We had some takers.
I'll take it.
Okay. In your fucking face, Jake and BBD.
Just broke it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Just broke it.
There's a
I
pillow.
saw it chip.
Not a pillow.
No, well, the
There's
chips
no
are part of
pillow
it.
in this office.
There's a pillow in the office. I used it last night.
In this room.
Oh, well, this is
This
a
is
room.
an office.
This is a room in the
Well,
office.
there's offices and offices.
And orifices.
That's the Topps. I'm going to start saying that.
I have a buddy who talks in slang like that. Like, he used to say, like, that car's cherry. And I'd be like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh,
why would
what's
you?
wrong with saying cherry? I kind of like
That's
that.
Cali.
It's such a
That's
Cali
very
thing. He used to
Cali.
say tits and
I've never said
cherry.
cherry in my life, but I might.
You've said
I might
cherry in
start.
your life.
I don't know. I'm just not
This
cool
is
enough to
so
say phrases like that.
hostile.
He would drop tits and cherry all the time, and I'd be like, why are you talking like that?
You just like tits, like that thing's tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like,
No,
or
I
that's,
don't really like that
that's
one.
mint. Or that mint is, I guess,
Mint.
okay, or the cherry.
Mint
know,
is like a young guy thing.
I say awesome, and that's all I say.
I'm going to
stop
say
there.
that's the Topps when talking about, like, just like life is good.
Yeah.
Like Trev says, yeah, spent the week barbecued and spent the day at the pool with my family. I'm like, oh, that's the tops, man.
BBD, do you remember what Jake said the first time we all got lunch together 2 years ago at winter meetings? Can you tell Trev?
Oh, I forget what item it was.
It was a bacon, egg, and...
Oh, yeah, their bacon, egg, and sneeze is the tits.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
So we sat down, and Jake said...
First meal I shared with Jake,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's bacon, egg, and sneeze is the tits. But he didn't say it. He just said it.
Yeah.
I mean, BBD
It was so genuine.
I was like, what?
I got my point across.
I guess. I remember the first time I met you, I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now look at us.
Now we're besties.
FaceTiming.
Hey, let's get into it.
Yeah, you just cut off the music. Jake, what happened in the NL? Please tell us.
Fellas, in the National League, huge series for Trevor's Padres. They're facing the Dodgers. Oh, no. Padres, what is you doing? 3-0 Dodgers, 5-4 Dodgers, and then 8-0. They get blanked twice in this series. Padres, you're not the Padres anymore. You're not Slam Diego. You're not the Cat's Pajamas. You're not Tops. Austin Adams is hitting batters at an unworldly rate. He ties Howard Emke of the 1922 Tigers for 23 hit-by pitches in a season. Kershaw returning Monday for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts homers. Dodgers didn't really hit either, but the Padres, man, holy smokes, boogity, boogity, boogity. Jim, your Cincinnati Reds, the John Boy Media Cincinnati Reds. Jonathan India wearing the same hat Trevor Plouffe has in his heads right now. Heads, oh boy. Cardinals
down below as well.
take 2 out of 3. Guys, you know I've been all about the birds recently. The Cardinals are in the mix. They lose the first game as the Reds showed good fortitude to win fortitude. But then Cardinals 6-4, 2-0. Not a lot of offense either way. Arenado 3 extra base hits though. Come on, Nolan. Put the city on your back. St. Louis, they love their baseball. The Cardinals are legitimately in the mix. Jack Flaherty bullpen this week. Whoops. Friend of Trevor Plouffe. Philadelphia Phillies. What is you doing, baby? They lose 3 out of 4 to my Rocks. Oh my God. Can't play with them. Can't do it. 4-3, 11-2 Rocks. They win the first 2. Phillies, they win Wheeler Day, but they lose 5-4 on the final game. What are you doing? Rockies hadn't won a 4-game series on the road all year. Phillies, trying to make the playoffs. What is you doing, baby? German Marquez, good start. Like him. Good ball player. More people should know him. Giants face the Cubs, and the Giants sweep, and that's obvious. The Giants have won 7 in a row. Again. Just because that's just what they do. Ian Happ is having an incredible stretch. We love him. He's saving his season, and it kind of times up with when me and Jimmy saw him in Chicago. That's some weird stuff. BBD was there too. Don't know if they kissed. Giants slash 321, 422, 519 as a team. That's pretty good. That's all-star level as a team. Schwindel keeps going, and he's a fun name. Brandon Belt. How about it?
The captain.
11 Giants recorded multiple hits. Think about that. 11. That's a lot. The Braves hosted the Marlins. They take 2 out of 3. Braves just do enough, and most importantly, they're not the Phillies and the Mets. That's a really good formula to win the NL East this year. Braves, man. Max Fried is doing it. Olympic, Eddie Alvarez. He hits his first career homer. That was pretty cool. Brian Anderson out for the season. I hate that. Little monster, Ozzie Albies. He had a go-ahead home run in the 7th inning of Game 3 to help give the Braves the series. And the Pirates take 2 out of 3 from the Nats because Cole Tucker is on their team. It's a really simple formula. Beautiful, luscious hair. Steven Brault, Chris Rose rotation. He pitched the first game. They win 4-3. Soto did his thing because he just always does. Oh, Brault went to the IL. Fook me, fook you. Watched Austin Powers the other day. Kevin Newman with some hits. Pirates win 2 out of 3 over the Nationals, and that is what happened in the National League.
I'm so close to being at the end.
I know you always love this final stretch. I'm over this final stretch.
Talk about Key Bryant's walk-off.
Do it. Say it. Mention it. You got time.
Take Cole Tucker's shine? Are you fucking kidding me?
They're like best friends.
They're friends.
And my weed plant is named after him. Great job, Jake.
I don't want the snaps.
You don't want them?
No.
I was about to give you some.
No.
Why don't you want the snaps? I thought you did great.
I had my timing lined up. I didn't want to go to the end of the song today. We got to get people out of here. Jim's fainted twice this episode.
Yeah.
We've had to cover him with his joms because it looks just like him. That's what
I think we start.
They are little statues. They are little statues. They are little statues.
They are little statues of you.
But they're crystal.
Where do you want to start, Trev?
Reds and Cards. One team going the right way, the other team going the wrong way. The Reds had a chance.
Yeah.
The Reds had a chance. Padres get swept. Go take a few games in the wild card. Instead, the Cards do it. And you've been about them birds, Jake.
It's been a bird
Now
life.
the birds get J Flair too.
It's been a bird life for me recently. It's insane that the Cardinals are in the mix at all. I
hate Cardinals, the bird, because they drag cats to my backyard.
It is full blown at this point of the season that the National League is going to have one team that is very much not deserving of a playoff spot.
Oh my God!
I mean, dude, the Padres
much?
are a mess. The Reds, it feels like they've been given a ton of opportunities now, and I mean the Cardinals, Cardinals fans have to be shocked that they are a game out of playing in the playoffs.
They haven't even gone on a run or
No.
played that great.
Yeah.
I was thinking if I looked at the last 30, maybe I'd see something crazy. They're 17-13. They're 4 games over 500 in the last 30, and yet somehow here we are. They're 1 game back.
St. Louis, an incredible baseball town. If you had shown their fans this season and they didn't get to look at the standings, I think they'd be like, oh, the Cardinals are in, 3rd or 4th place? It's they might be going to the big dance if they win a couple series.
Well, they are in 3rd place. They're in 3rd place in their division.
Right. Well, game back.
It's wild.
Let's go.
I was watching a Cardinals game, and their home broadcast was showing, and this might have been a little bit ago, but they were showing that they had the same record and were in the same place in the standings as the 2006 team.
Ooh.
Look at that.
And it was
Baseball's got so many good spins.
yeah. In 2006, after 142 games, they had 75 wins, and after 142 games this season, they have 73. But I think at one point it was the same. And then they won. I don't know. They were doing some comparison, so maybe Cardinals fans were just thinking about that. We're neck and neck with the World Series team.
Yeah.
How many games we got left? 20 games?
Games.
Less than that, right?
Games on your phone? 70,
Six series, if that helps. You out.
73 plus 69, we all know is 142.
Ooh, 42.
So the Cardinals would have 20 games left.
Wow.
I would have just do 162 minus 62 minus 44.
Oh my gosh.
What's that? 18.
What else?
I
happened? The Phillies.
I don't have any idea how many games. I just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I was correct.
For the Phillies.
That's Cincinnati.
That's Cincy.
Cincinnati's got 18 games left.
Birds got 20.
I didn't really need the exact number of games.
Yes, you did, Trev.
Yeah.
3 against the Dodgers. The Cardinals have an easier schedule.
I'm sick of schedule. We can't be a schedule pod anymore because the Phillies are not taking advantage of their horrible schedule, and it makes me upset.
Well, that's just a bad franchise pod. I'm coming for blood today.
Oh my
Phillies
God.
have the longest. It's Chris Rose's favorite fun fact that the Philadelphia Phillies have the longest playoff drought in the National League.
Do they really?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's
I was
absurd.
part of that. I feel bad.
Don't take full responsibility for that. You did your part.
How much are you blaming it on Bonifay and Barber?
It's just tough.
So, okay.
You think
fair
Gabe Kapler... Gabe Kapler was still the manager there, it'd be different.
We can't do that today. And
see, this is the part you don't understand. If Gabe was Philly's manager, they'd be under 500. It's just not a fit.
Yeah, it's not a fit.
Oh my god,
dude, he's not writing pencil to paper there and getting all spiritual.
I freaking love him.
Hot, so hot.
Yeah, you might have to text Backyard Brad and be like, "Hey, what up with that hot streak, though?"
Yeah, I'm going to actually. It said on Baseball Day, I said, Backyard Brad, rally the boys, call a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they got Cubs, Mets, Baltimore, Pitt.
And now they're 2.5 back. I mean,
such an
those
easy
games
schedule,
are important, and they still can make a difference, but we're running out of time.
Who do you have winning the second wild card right now?
Fuck if I know. Look at this mess.
That's a good point.
It's a mess, James.
Good point.
Okay, so who you going with?
Cardinals.
Okay, I'm going Reds.
Padres.
BBD, you want to take the Phillies?
You want the Mets?
Take the Mets.
Take the Mets.
They just got so much.
Sure.
They're about to get hot.
The Cardinals are just going to play like ho-hum baseball and be the second wild card because that's what they've been doing. They've been sneaking up on everybody.
The 85-win Cardinals will be in the wild card game against the Dodgers or the Giants.
Hey, how much? Getting too excited. I was gonna bet a limb.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it.
On what?
Well, I mean,
when he found the right bet. That's when you know.
Okay.
on the Dodgers in the wild card game.
You're full Giants Kool-Aid.
Oh, the Giants are winning the World Series, or not winning, but they're in it against the Rays.
They're in it.
And the Dodgers will be playing the wild card game, and I bet a limb they win it.
It's a good bet at this point.
I was gonna say, what do you think the odds are for the Dodgers not to win that wild card game? I mean, Scherzer.
It's going to be you're going to have Scherzer,
unstoppable,
Buehler, and Urias in your clip.
Just ready to
the
go.
Dodgers.
Gonsolin.
Then the bullpen.
Let me ask you this. Dodgers they're doing it. If they have to go to that wild card game, there's a chance they know that they're going to be in that wild card game maybe to last like 2 days. Maybe even more than that. Maybe they have 3 days at the end of the season like freak, we're in the wild card game. Do you just not pitch your guys and just say, who cares? Let's go bullpen day. Or Scherzer, you're going to pitch 2 innings today. Buehler, you're going to pitch 2 innings today.
No,
are they going to line up for that game? Urias, Buehler, Scherzer,
or at least for the wild card.
Yeah.
Now, one of them,
at least 2.
It'd be Scherzer. How most teams have done it in recent years, it would be like Scherzer's game because you're not gonna get too fancy about it in a one.
What if he doesn't line up?
Well, they can change that.
Line him up.
They can line him
Yeah,
up.
they have to line it up, right?
Yeah, they'll do that. And then you have Buehler on the roster for the wild card game in case Scherzer gets the shits or his finger falls off in the shower or something like that. But you only throw Scherzer and you say Buehler for game 1, Urias for game 2, and then Scherzer for game 3 of the DS. And then you sweep the DS and you reset it.
By the way,
Kershaw's coming back too.
today.
So maybe he's game.
There's
3.
also the thing is it's going to be interesting is there's also a chance that they're still going in for the division. So at that point you can't line up somebody and you just got to go for the division.
At a certain point, you line up Mad Max for that wild card game, and if it happens, cool. If you win the division, cool. I mean, he'd be able to start the first game of their final series and be lined up for the wild card because the NL gets an extra day.
Yeah. When did he pitch? He pitched on the 11th. He pitched Saturday. No, he pitched on.
You pitched yesterday.
The 12th.
Yeah, 12.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd go at Cincy on the 18th. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd go Friday against Arizona. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd go. He's lined up for it right now, Trev.
Okay.
So we're not a schedule pod. You
Yeah.
know, we've been, and Trevor just threw it all out the window.
It's
instantly.
the Phillies' fault, not my fault.
Dodgers are going to my Snakes for 3 in LA. You could see a couple wins there.
Okay.
At Cincinnati, and who are the Reds seeing? Buehler, Scherzer, Kershaw. Back against the wall, man.
When's
That's,
Winker come back?
Love Jesse Winker. I know.
Soon.
My Reds got it.
My Reds got it.
Yeah.
Winker's starting a rehab assignment on Tuesday. So tomorrow.
Get
Well,
loose,
he's
kid.
probably gonna play 3 games, maybe not even. At this point, they need him, so just get him, one full, maybe a DH day, and then a game in the field, and then let's go.
Okay. Well, Trev, you'll be out here for the wild card games. You're
Sloppy
flying out,
steaks.
I will.
sitting on the recliners with us.
Yes.
Jake's gonna have a
I've announced
special
that.
popcorn bucket he requested. It's all weird. That's the wild card game. Do you guys? What else do we need to talk about? Like in the?
Yeah, talk about the Braves.
Okay, let's do it.
Talk about them.
Do it.
Know what their best attribute is? They're not the Mets or the Phillies.
Yeah. Right now, they are 4.5 up in the division. With how many games? 20 games ish. That's pretty locked up, man.
We're on pace for
Yeah.
the NL East to not have a 90-game winner.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I mean, it's a mess though.
Yeah.
You got to give them credit. Acuna gone.
They went through the shit this year, and they're still gonna
That's
win.
tough.
They're still gonna
Yeah.
win the NL East pretty easily, and almost everything went as bad as possible.
Yeah.
God,
Well, that's because Young Thick showed up.
Young Thick really did. Max Fried starting to put together a season, even though he's had a weird year a little bit. 4.3 WAR, second on the team. Man, go Braves, go. Man, Fried Morton in a playoff series, like
Ion. Don't forget Ion.
Charlie Mott.
it's not going to be an easy out. Second half
Good-
of the
good-
season, 32-21 record, 604 win percentage. That's something.
Good news on Vogt, our boy. Man, we talked about him. I think I gave him an award because it looked like he was thinking to himself, that might be the last time I catch. But he's expected to be ready to play within a week.
Love that.
It's great.
That is good news. I believe. I believe. I believe in lots of things.
Do we need to talk about the Giants at all?
No.
Like we mentioned they swept.
No.
Just win.
They're really good.
The only thing to be said about the Giants is they're going to be in the World Series. They're going to win every game, and we'll see you come the playoffs. We got a lot this time period to teams fighting for something. And the Giants are
Can I just
flicking gnats off them as they make their way
Ooh.
to the podium.
Ooh. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Giants, in my opinion, have sneaky big dick energy.
Because Giants, you
How do
think?
No, the way they carry themselves. They don't really say anything, but they just go and just hit bomb. I think they lead the league in homers playing at that field.
I have a hot take. Actually, it's not a hot take. I'll pose it as a question to Giants fans.
Okay.
Who's a player that we don't know that could become America's darling on the team? Because to me, you got a lot of people, but they're not stars because they're all a lot of reclamation projects, and it's a fun group of different people every night just doing the damn thing, finding ways to win. You can't count people that have already been America's darling. You can't say Buster.
Does Tyro Estrada count? Because
Yes.
he's kind of been my darling.
He's been your darling for a while.
Having a really nice year. I think the answer, when you look at their lineup, there's so many veterans that you know. The only guy, well, Chris Bryant, and he can't count.
Is Estrada playing every night?
Lamont Wade. Trev's Minnesota Twins great. I think everyone else, if you're a baseball player, you've seen them play. Belt, Posey, Bryant, Crawford, Longoria, Trev, your guy.
Oh, Longo.
Um,
Someone said late night Lamont, and I love that.
ooh.
It's a nice nickname right there. Correction, they lead, or there's third in the big leagues in homers.
Correction.
Braves have one more homer than them, and then the Blue Jays, because Vladdy has 1,000 homers. They have 230 to the Giants 213. So Blue Jays lead the league in homers.
Blue Jays. All right, you want to move on to the AL?
I think so.
Trevor, you ready?
Good job. Dodgers, Cardinals,
Ooh, sounds bad.
Giants, Braves.
What?
You putting your phone by your audio equipment or
Are you
something?
texting Matthew?
Am I clicking?
No, it sounded like a...
Alien sex.
Yeah. Are you ready for the AL?
I'm ready.
It's brought to you by DraftKings. I placed some bets on some AL teams. Trev, I won big. So much money. I'm rich. Actually, it was an IL series that I bid, but I went to DraftKings and I bet on the Yankees over, and then I bet on, what was the other one? That Clark Schmidt would not get the win because it was his first start coming back up. Put $100 down, won $25. Bet big to win small, they say.
That's an interesting strategy. It paid off, though, huh?
Yeah, I just figured I'd get another. Started with $100. Guaranteed I would have $125 today to bet again because there was no way he was getting a win. So it was pretty safe. And then I did the over, which I got as well. And I did it on DraftKings, the #1 sports book. You guys can go to DraftKings as well. You can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code JOHNBOY to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game. That's what their big promo is right now. Promo code JOHNBOY this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or PA only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. I'm heading home after this show to New Jersey, so maybe I'll take my $280 I got still in my credit, and I'll put it all on the Yankees to play a hard-fought game. I wonder if they have that line. I wonder if they have a line on that.
I don't think you'd take that bet.
A hard-fought game.
Might be a bad bet.
I would take the no today. A one game versus the Twins rain makeup.
-600.
I don't think it's going to be a hard-fought game. But I don't know if they have that line. I have to go to the DraftKings app and find it. AL, Trev.
Wow.
What happened?
Hammer time. And low.
Well, the White Sox hosted the Red Sox. A couple Sox meeting up, and it looked like the White Sox are finally awaking from their slumber. They've been sleepwalking to the playoffs, if you know what I mean. 4-3 White Sox in game 1, 9-8 Red Sox in extras game 2, and the White Sox won 2-1 on the rubber match because Lance Lynn pitched, and that's obvious. Rodon goes 5 innings, 1 earned run for the win in game 1. Travis Shaw with the go-ahead RBI single in the 10th inning of game 2, and Lurie Garcia walk-off bomb in game 3 after the Red Sox tied it up in the top half of the 9th on a Verdugo sac fly. White Sox, it's time to start going, baby. They take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. Moving on, I gave the Jays a "what is you doing, baby?" and they responded. They take 3 of 4 from the Orioles in a crazy series. They hit the shit out of the ball. Actually, both teams did. Santander, go-ahead 3-run homer in the 7th inning of game 1. And I was like, hey, Blue Jays, wake it up. Blue Jays take the lead with 11 runs in the 7th inning. Oh, that's the game 3. Excuse me, I messed up. Blue Jays take the lead with a 4-run 7th inning of game 2, including a Springer go-ahead 2-run homer. They take the lead in the 11 in the 7th inning of game 3. I think they were getting no hit or a perfect game before that. Bichette, Kirk, Simeon, Hernandez all hit bombs in that game 3. And then the Blue Jays did it in game 4. They scored 10 in the 3rd inning. Gurriel Jr. hits 2 home runs, including a grand slam. So Blue Jays taking care of business. They take 3 of 4 from the Orioles. Moving on, the Tigers hosted the Rays, and the Tigers won the series. They take 2 of 3 from Tampa. 10-4 Tigers, 7-2 Rays, and then 8-7 Tigres in extras. Scope go-ahead grand slam in the 7th inning in Game 1 after Choi go-ahead 3-run double in the top half. In Game 2, Dietrich Enns pitches 4 perfect innings in relief for his first career win. And then our guy, Robbie Grossman with a walk-off walk. Let's do it in the 11th inning of Game 3. Tigers take 2 of 3 from the Rays. My goodness. Moving on, Rangers go to Oakland, and they take 2 of 3 from the A's. A's, what is you doing, baby? Olsen did okay. Game 1, they win 10-5. He had 4 RBIs. Then the Rangers win the next 2, 8-6 and 4-3. Jonah Heim, guess what he did, guys? Go ahead 2-run homer in the 8th inning of Game 2. Rangers take 2 of 3 from the A's. Come on. Moving on, the Angels go to Houston. The Astros take 2 of 3 from them. Ohtani got rocked in Game 1. 6 earned runs in 3 1/3 innings. Kyle Tucker, also known as Abraham Lincoln, go ahead 2-run homer in the 5th inning of Game 3. Lance did the damn thing because he's got so much moxie and good hair. 10-5 Astros, 4-2 Angels, and then 3-1 Astros. They take 2 of 3 from the Angels. Last series, the Royals go into Minnesota and take 2 of 3 from my Twins. I have no energy to what is you doing, baby, the Twins. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Benintendi with the go-ahead 2-run homer in the 11th inning of Game 1. Some guy named Kyle Isbell. I like that name. I'm going to look you up now. You had the go-ahead RBI single in the 8th inning of Game 3. Twins do win the second game 9-2, but both these teams' season is gone. It's over. And that's what happened in the AL. I have 32 seconds left.
You got fast forwarded.
Thank you, James.
Yeah. Yes. Kyle Isbell, huh? Your new guy?
Got to look him up. I got to look him up.
If his name is spelled with 2 L's and an E, it might be pronounced Isbell, like the singer, Jason Isbell.
Oh, he's a California guy.
Oh.
Went to UNLV, debuted this year, April 1st. So he's been in the show.
Yep. Had 3 hits in his first game. Was that like the home opener? April 1st?
April Fools.
Yeah, opening day.
All right. Now we know who you are, Kyle Isbell, and I like you.
And I like ya.
Jim, what stood out in the American League?
Nothing, to be honest. I think the National League and the IL had all the energy this time around. Oakland.
Are you serious? Did you watch the freaking Blue Jays?
Well, no, that definitely stood out, but it's
like there was crazy
fucking
shit that happened. They scored 24 runs in 4 innings or something like that. New
crazy.
record.
And you sparked them.
I sparked them.
The comeback was very cool. I don't know. I have a long standing stance that I don't care about when a team scores 20 or more runs. Boring.
I don't know, man. We have to talk about
it. Was cool how they
what
it
they're
was
doing
cool
is
they did it.
incredible right
They did
now.
it without like an out. It was like single homer, single homer, single homer. But the Blue Jays are the number 1 wild card. I don't know if they're officially there yet, but they will be there.
I brought them there.
Yeah, they're gonna host a wild card game, and it's gonna be in Toronto. And it's gonna be amazing.
They are tied with the Red Sox, but the Red Sox own the tiebreaker.
They're not at full capacity yet.
They're not at full capacity, so it's not going to be amazing.
I don't think so. Hopefully, maybe they'll open it up. I don't know. The Jays are a freight train, and they showed it because they lost the first game of this series. Last episode, I was all Blue Jays. I was like, they're about to win 4 really easily. They lose the first game, and it's like, well, ain't that baseball? And then they're about to lose the first game of the doubleheader. Ryu on the bump, and they just they just say no. We are better than you. And, their lineup on a given day, man, like Jim said, it was making the rounds on Twitter a little bit. They had, 9 straight hitters with exit velos, basically 95 plus, just roping the ball all over the field. they are a force to be reckoned with. And the way the Yankees are stumbling and the Red Sox are stumbling, it's hard to imagine the Jays slipping up and not hosting the wild card game.
I was actually mad at them when they started the fight with the Orioles. Robbie Ray looking in the dugout, getting mad at somebody for saying on delay. And it's like, dude, just focus on the freaking game. Like, if they have something on you, then you got to figure out what it is and fix it. That's on you. You can't just tell them to stop. Like, that's not how it works. So, yeah, they get in an argument. Hyde does his whole thing, yells at him, which I have no problem with Hyde yelling at him.
Really?
And I don't.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you why.
It is a manager yelling at a player. Doesn't that feel a little weird?
Yeah, but Ray was chirping into their dugout.
Well, he didn't say anything. He just looked at him.
He was saying something. You did the breakdown. He said something right away, didn't he? Like,
Hyde said, "Shut up, DJ," because DJ Stewart was yelling on delay. And then
I don't know. He looked like he was challenging the dugout, and if you do that, I feel like it's free reign. Like, that's this one thing you don't do is look into someone else's dugout and fucking say something. So,
shout out to Jack Capone in the chat. Blue Jays in September, 11-1. They're scoring 9.45 runs per 9.
Yeah,
their team is hitting at a 1 dot. They're a monster, man.
They're crazy. Yeah, so they lose that game, though, and I was like, hey, why would you do that? Why would you wake up this team? And then they won the next 3 games, so now I'm happy with the Jays.
Yeah.
I was about to be real freaking mad at them.
Well, the only bad side of it is that the hitting hit so well that it masks that they didn't pitch well.
No, they didn't.
Ryu, Matz, and Ray all had less than starts against the Orioles. Well, so the offense is the story, I agree. But it does hide a little bit that their 3 main starters got beat up a little bit by the Orioles. They just did better than what the fucking Blue Jays did, which is amazing. But that's when I saw the 22 game. I was like, well, the Orioles got 7 runs. Who'd they get it off? And then I looked, and I was like, oh. That's not a great sign.
Yeah, Camden Yards.
I'm trying to give the Orioles credit. I'm trying to give them credit looking for, like, some bangers on the team. Let me try to find some.
Trey. Cedric Mullins. Always Cedric Mullins.
Yeah.
Cedric Mullins is having an incredible year.
I read a tweet about Cedric Mullins today. He has however many plate appearances, and he has the least amount of times up with runners on base since they started tracking that in like 2008. So he's got all these homers. He's got 29 homers, 56 RBIs. It's tough, man.
Did anyone watch Red Sox, White Sox? What was going on there?
Sure, some people
I didn't watch it.
I'm sure some people did. I had a baby shower. Barely got to watch the Yankees game, so I'm excused.
They still got their COVID stuff going on. Giolito.
Shout out Ryan Mountcastle, by the way. He needs a little shout.
Shout out him.
He's kind of lived up to the expectations, right?
Yeah, slow start. You wanted to replace him with Albert Pujols, and he heard that, and you motivated him.
Yeah, no, the Orioles, they don't need him. Dodgers took him on. They needed him.
They needed him.
More than the Orioles, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the White Sox, they're like the Giants. So the Red Sox, on the other hand, what's going on there? Sale coming back soon?
He went COVID IL.
Yeah. We asked our White Sox friend, like, does he have it? I don't know if people know if he just tested positive without symptoms, or does he have symptoms? Because I hope he feels better if he has symptoms. It's a different outlook on a lot of things. But I really don't know. I didn't get to watch a lot of those games. Or see any highlights. That's what's weird.
That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm kind of weirded out. Like, it says there's 2 walk-offs in this game, in this series.
The only highlight that came on to my screen at any time was a nasty pitch by Ottavino, and someone said, looks like wiffle ball. That's all I saw from this series. So, sorry, guys.
Both teams didn't really hit. Larry Garcia walk-off homer? Like, I feel like I should have seen that.
We were having a crazy
White
weekend.
Sox, Red Sox playoff series. Like, I'm trying to think if I'd be into that.
Yeah, they got a lot of fun offense, and they got a lot of fun batters to watch. Kike's fun to watch.
Seems like there'd be a fight in that. There'd be a fight in that series.
Doogie's fun to watch. Devers is really, really fun to watch.
Yeah. Watching them face some of the Chicago pitching staff will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I just still haven't bought in on the Red Sox.
Okay.
Even when they were doing really well, it's hard for me to envision them continuing playing baseball at that level, and they really haven't.
Who do you have? Red Sox, Yankees, second wild card. If you had to choose one of those two right now,
it's tough. Maybe the Yankees use this series against the Mets, like, as a wake up call. Like they got fucking in a little scuffle last night. Sometimes that turns teams on and you go, but I don't know. Neither team really deserves it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Lurie Garcia's walk-off was nice.
It was nice. You watched it?
Obviously bad for the Red Sox. 0-2, 2 outs. Whitlock on the bump. Dead center.
Whitlock's been really good.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wild card standings. I mean, there's a lot of teams that had a chance to make up some ground that didn't. I mean, Oakland loses 2, Seattle loses 2.
We're in like.
It's crazy.
I'm interested to see how this September would stack up against past Septembers, because it feels like all the teams in races, besides the Blue Jays right now, are just crapping out and tired, and their arms and their bullpens are just tired. Like, think of all the, or COVID or hurt, like every team we mentioned, we're like, when's he coming back? When's he coming? Oh, he made it. Lynn just made his first start back. Sale's out. Cole's got a hamstring stuff. Tyone's out.
Giolito's supposed to come
Giolito's
back.
coming back. And then even, on the NL side, some of the big pitchers were getting beat up that hadn't been beat up all season. It just feels like this September is the biggest month where we're seeing reciprocations from last year and bigger workloads for the first time. But maybe this is always how September is, and I'm just forgetting. But it definitely seems like everyone is limping in the fight. Like, everyone's still got their swords out, but they're just got so many stab wounds, and like, it's a sad fight.
You wish another team had juice, like we're saying. The Blue Jays, 9-1. They're playing this fun brand of baseball that we thought this team could play. Red Sox, Yankees, Mariners, Athletics, Padres, Reds, Cardinals, Phillies, Mets. Like, of those 9 teams chasing the playoffs, like, after the Blue Jays, like, the best brand of baseball is the Cardinals, who we just said they've never been hot. They've never been a hot team. They're just, like, surviving series. So, yeah, you'd hope that 2 more teams find it in these last couple weeks so we can get excited about them in a 1-game playoff, or if they make it to the ALDS.
Alds. Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to hear what happened in the IL?
I would love that.
Let's go.
You interested? All right. Here we go.
I believe in you.
We had some big fireworks. Interleague play. The Brewers swept the Indians. Hauser, Burns, and Lauer get it done. Those 3 starting pitchers combined for a 0.47 ERA in the 3 games. And the Brewers relief pitchers combined for 1.17. Indian starting pitchers also did fairly well. They had a 10.80 ERA combined. So that's not good. Garcia, Wong, Escobar, 2 home runs each. 11 Brewers recorded multiple hits, and 8 of them recorded 3+ hits. 8 Brewers had 3 hits or more in the series. Yikes, man. Morgan and Savali each gave up 7 earned runs. Burns takes a no-hitter through 8. They take him out of the game. They put Hader in. He gets the job done. A 2-pitcher combined no-hitter in Game 2. Then Lauer takes a no-hitter into the 6th inning of Game 3. And Ashby goes 3 shutout innings with 1 hit and 5 Ks for his first career save for the sweep. And in a sick world, that's the thing that stood out to me the most and scared me the most. Like, Ashby's getting 3 inning shutout saves. That dude's gross. Brewers are gross. They win 5 in a row, and they're good. The D-backs and the Mariners played, and the D-backs took 2 out of 3. Interesting because, like Trev told you, Oakland also lost 2 out of 3, which means that the A's and the Mariners records are still exactly the same with 6 left to play against each other, and I'm interested in that storyline. The D-backs starting pitchers didn't pitch great, but their relievers held it down. Let's see. Henry Ramos and Seth Beer hit their first career home runs for the D-backs. Beers in his first career AB. I love that. Luis Torrens is the only Mariner to record 3 hits. Haniger, Kelnick, and Murphy 2 home runs each. Good stuff. And the big series, the Sunday night baseball game that had a lot of drama in it. That was Yankees versus the Mets. Mets win big. Game 1. Yankees have the most embarrassing home plate tag play you will see. Not good. And the Mets win easily. Game 2 was a back and forth crazy affair. Yankees were up big. Taijuan Walker was getting hit around. Then he retired like 13 straight. Mets take the lead. Judge hits a game-tying 2-run home run in the 8th, his second of the game. Then the Yankees took a lead on a Baez overthrow. Chapman comes in, holds it down. Not a clean win, but the Yankees get it done to tie the series. Then Sunday night baseball is the rubber match. Clark versus Cookie, and drama unfolds. Lindor hits a home run. Then he hits another home run off Wandy Peralta, who was whistling the game before in the dugout, and Lindor thought he was signaling pitches, so he whistled at him as he rounded the bases and said, "Hey, stop whistling, buddy."